Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
And we're underway.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this guy, Eberechi Eze. Someone who has this unique swagger about him. Who would have thought that at 16 his career was almost over after a spate of rejections? I just love his dynamism and the X-factor he's got in his game.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Calafiori has it out wide and in space. That is good strength. Plays it across.
Up he goes!
And that was very necessary. And it's Rice. And he's being shifted off it.
Could move up a gear here.
Zubimendi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Rice.
Rice was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Calafiori. Eze, played out wide.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying...
And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Rice with the short one.
Showing good feet. Look at the space here. Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Arsenal have their second corner now.
Rice goes short.
Rice. And it's Eze.
Timber did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Arsenal still without a single shot on target. Saka. Zubimendi. Now it's Saka.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And it's Timber. That has been slung wide.
He's in plenty of space here. Here comes the corner.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Rice. Cross needs to be good.
Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
It's their second corner of the game. Goes for a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Zubimendi. And it's Zubimendi. Eze. And they've got rid. This looks promising. Big chance! And again the keeper stands strong.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
So, third corner of the game. And that has been cleared. Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Rice. Saliba. Rice.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything. Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
That's a good ball. Havertz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Havertz. Havertz driving forwards. Rice defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gabriel gets across and deals with it. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And it's Timber. Havertz! He's in a great position here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mosquera.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
So what can they make of this? Now it's Havertz. And the pass is intercepted. Zubimendi cuts it out. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Eze. Zubimendi. That's Eze. Gabriel. And it's Rice.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, sweet feet.
And here's Havertz. He's had a shot! It's fallen kindly here. He's delivered all right.
Oh, the skipper has made such an important difference to put them in the lead again, but they can't afford to retreat and defend for the rest of this second half. To do that would invite trouble.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Havertz being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Stood up well to him there. Just about up to the hour now. Oh no, that was never going to make it. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Arsenal are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 8, Ødegaard. Number 41.
And it's Zubimendi.
Number 7.
He's well positioned here. Cut it out.
Coming on the field.
Arsenal really
Number
are
10,
going about things in the right fashion, Peter.
Number
It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Number 20,
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substitution in progress.
Now it's Trossard.
And again, they run up against
Shapes to shoot!
And yes, it's there!
And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read the...
Great chance! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Zubimendi. He's in a good position.
And the shot!
He's got away with one there. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Marino. Mikel Marino.
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Now it's Ødegaard.
Oh, that's neat.
And they can counter here. Mikel Marino goes on a charge down the left. And played right into his path. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Eze. And here's Madueke.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Five minutes left on the clock. Merino! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Gabriel. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Havertz.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. It's a good spell of possession, this. Can he finish? It's in!
Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And that is it. The referee has seen enough.
One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody.
Gorgeous, gorgeous
Welcome to
evening. The
today's
skies are
match.
clear, the noise is
Arsenal
fervent, the
against
atmosphere
Arsenal.
frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Mosquera did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, what a mistake! Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Havertz. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Ødegaard. Oh, it's a great ball here. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Big chance! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Ødegaard. Saka. That's good play. And he shoots! He's got a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And it's Rice. Arsenal have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. In with the challenge. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The ball has bounced loose now. Shapes to shoot! Relentless! Just relentless! Again in double quick time. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Saliba gets across to intercept that. Now it's Saka. He's shifting through the gears here. Arsenal have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And a chance! This looks promising. And the finish! Half-time getting close now. Ødegaard, good strong midfield running here. Oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. A whisker away from making it 4.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
And now they can spring out of defence. Rice. Threads one in. And it's Ødegaard. Havertz.
There will be 3
Can he get on the end of this?
time.
Zubimendi. Now it's Ødegaard. And he's whipped it across. Defending of the desperate variety. Now this could be...
Shot at goal! Goal!
Just cruising! They are cruising! Oh, the deftness of touch. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
They came, they
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Now it's Havertz.
Oh, well played.
Well, there's the clearance. Havertz proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Havertz was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Gabriel cuts out the pass. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Rice. That's good running with the ball. Tries to play it through.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Gabriel attempts a clearance. Throw it. Zubimendi.
Zubimendi gets rid without sophistication.
Gabriel.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And he was quick to react. Timber.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Havertz.
Over to the left.
Odegaard. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they can counter here.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Very nearly half an hour gone here.
And it's Eze. Calafiori. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Havertz receives it in a good position here. Rice. Eze. Gabriel. And it's Eze. Now Zubimendi.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
And it's Rice. Havertz. Calafiori has it in a wide position. Havertz running with the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Havertz. And it's Eze. Calafiori.
That was lovely, that.
This looks promising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Eze. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rice.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Nicely
There will be 1
worked.
minute added time.
Odegaard. Odegaard. There's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How would you review
it's
the
been
first
even so
half?
far.
Well, simply
Which
put,
way will
Peter,
things go
they
in the
haven't
second
been
half?
good enough to
Hours
trouble
of
the
thought.
opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So off we go once more. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Zubimendi does well to get it back. That's the throw. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
They came, they saw, and they were sent packing. Thank you everyone for your support today. You were more than just our 12th man.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to...
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
En el marcador se queda con información.